Well, what I would do, are you sitting comfortably?
Sure.
I don't think you'll appreciate it as a legal professional. So first and foremost, I would change the construct of a dock. So it wouldn't just be this open space, it would be a contained unit.
Well, most of them
person,
are.
No.
But like a proper contained...
most of them are.
With two-way audio and visual. And what I would do is the person, if they were refusing, if there was like a violent psychopath or whatever, then they would have mild sedation. So you'd be mildly sedated in your cell. Then you would be strapped to something. When you say what would it look like when it comes to the justice system, I think it'd look pretty damn good, actually. It'd look like tough justice, rough justice. You'd be brought to that sealed dock in whatever vessel it is, in your chair, whatever. No, there's more. There's more. So then you would have the audio piped into your little box, so you would hear the family's statements. You'd have your arms strapped down, so you've not got your fingers in your ear. You've got two-way privacy glass. The judge has got the buttons. So if you start mouthing off and all the rest of it, the judge immediately silences your audio feed, so the people can't hear you. If you really can't control yourself because you just want to be ridiculous, then your privacy screen goes up, so you can... the people then, the victims cannot see you, but you can still see them, and you will hear what they have to say to you, and you will see the pain on their face, and they will be protected from you. That's what I would do. I would make that person go to bed that night and every other night listening to what they have done.
Minus the physical restraints, and we did away with the stocks some time ago, and minus the sedation, we tend not to send people into the docks high. There is a surprising amount...
Quite low, if they were sedated. They'd be like semi-knocked out.
It depends on what dose you're going to give them, and then the state's taking on the liability of accidentally killing somebody, which takes us back to your point before, which you'd be in favour of, but I wouldn't be.
You have medical wards on prisons. You inject people all the time with stuff that they perhaps don't want to receive.
Well, you actually very rarely medicate, outside of a mental health order and declaring, sectioning somebody, you very rarely medicate somebody against their will. So it's a larger change to the law than I think you realise you're proposing. But the other measures you were talking about, there's more sympathy for that than you might think. Robert Buckland, the former Lord Chancellor, had a set of suggestions I thought were very sensible.
He did,
It's not into the dock itself. It's if you refuse to come up from your cell once you've been delivered to court, you pipe in the sentencing remarks into the cell, and there's no way of turning off that audio, and potentially with a video link too. So I agree with that, and I think that's sensible. The thing I take such issue with, on purely practical terms, of course I want the person concerned to be in the dock, all things being equal. It's purely practical concerns about how you get them there and the exposure you're giving to people who are tasked with the responsibility of doing it. Let's just make one point.
Yep.
You talk about this because of Lucy Letby, and you wind up with big burly people. The killers of Lee Rigby they tried to compel them into the docks, and they started a fight with the court guards, right? Who are very often, retired policemen and so forth.
Yeah, but you charge them in the prison cell. I've seen my programmes. You go in there, you've got your big shields, you ram them into the corner, you get your jab in, done. See you later. Next time you'll be opening your eyes, son, you're going to be in the dock. Good
advertisement for the British justice system.
I think it's a fantastic advertisement for the British justice system. I think if they behaved a little bit more like that, people might be less inclined to go around committing the crimes that they do.